Zillow's recent rent versus buy analysis found that nationwide, buyers are breaking even on a home in 6 years. But it really depends on where you live. So we found in places like Columbus, Indianapolis, Memphis, Buffalo, that's where buyers are breaking even in 4 years. In those metro areas, buying's still a slam dunk. It's absolutely the best financial decision.
And I have to ask the flip side, where are places that, not that people should avoid buying, but maybe it doesn't necessarily pay off to buy in those 6 years?
In LA, we're talking 17 years before you break even. In Seattle, it's almost 20 years.
Wow.
In San Diego, 24 years. Here in New York, it's a 12 and a half years.
Okay.
And then in San Francisco and San Jose, you never break even. Renting still wins out after a 30-year time horizon.
Wow.
Yeah. But renters who take that money that they would have put into a down payment and invest it in the market, they come out $564,000 ahead of a buyer after 30 years.
This interview really captures it all. Here's what most people don't actually calculate before they buy. I ran the numbers with a median home price on the high end, 1.3 million in Honolulu. Now 20% down, most people do that. That's about 260,000. And rent on comparison with the nearby property could be 3,500 to 5,000, okay? Here's what the math says. Just after 3 years, the total cost of owning the home, mortgage plus property tax, insurance, maintenance, all that kind of stuff, comes out to about 604,000. The total cost of renting at about 3,500 is running the same time, roughly about 142,000. Now, the homeowner does build about $528,000 in equity, which is fantastic in that time frame. But here's the part that nobody accounts for. If that renter took $260 down payment and invested it instead at a conservative 6% return rate, it would be worth an extra $60,000 on top of what they didn't spend. And it adds up, and the renter comes out about $463,000 ahead. So at today's Honolulu prices for a home, this math doesn't flip. Buying never becomes the cheaper option, even after 30 years. What it does do though, and everybody has a different scenario, means that the reason to buy in this market was never about cheaper. It was about control, legacy, and building something that you own outright. It's not about beating a spreadsheet. Exactly the kind of thinking I walk people through, my investors. So consider that condos, maybe at a $650,000, you could still get the best of both worlds. You're still building equity, and at the same time, you could still be investing in something that's meaningful to you. And this is Cece for All Things Real Estate. I'm your girl.